Welcome to the Artist Loft, the talk show for all artists. Join us each show as we spotlight a variety of different creatives, hosted by the Florida Arts Network, with Richard Sosa and Frank A. Ruffolo.
Welcome to the Artist Loft, everybody. CC Clevenger's in the house. Gonna start you off with an original song tonight, y'all. Like, subscribe, share, follow me on all digital media. Sitting on a park bench one day, came down and sat next to me. You had my heart fluttering, baby, like a pair of butterflies' wings. We seemed to talk for hours about everything we knew. When you went away, baby, Lord, right then I knew that there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. It's been 2 years, baby. Oh, you're standing there. I see the love in your eyes, wind blowing through your hair. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, the love we share. I knew in my heart, baby, none would ever compare. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. We talked for hours. We made love on the beach. You are my dream, my only fantasy. Then one summer day, my darling, you went away. You flew up to heaven, you see, got your own pair of wings. Though it broke my heart, I remember everything you've taught. There'll never be another woman that can mend this heart. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me.
Thank you, CC Clevenger, the Blues Master. Welcome back, Lofties. I'm Frank Ruffolo. This is not Richard Sosa.
Yeah, sorry guys. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
I know.
Richard is still busy doing whatever he's doing. I have no idea.
He's moving.
He's moving.
He's being Shakespeare in
Yeah.
love. That's
Yeah,
what they
that's what
do.
he's doing.
And wow, thank you, Cece. Thank you for that beautiful. You know what I was thinking? Every married man needs to sing that song. There's only one woman for me.
I appreciate you guys having me on the show. It's an honor.
It's an honor to have you here.
And
CC,
one of my favorite songs, yeah.
tell us how you went from the hills of Tennessee to on stage in the movies to in our studio.
Well, I started out in Elkton, Maryland, and born and raised. And at 7 years old, my parents put me on stage at their company picnic with a Conway Twitty record and one of those old microphones that had the AM/FM radio recorder on it. And I just imitated Conway Twitty at 7 years old in front of thousands of people at my dad's picnics. From that point, church choir, and high school and middle school all-county choir, and just kept singing, and then at the same time performing in little plays here and there with the church and with the play companies around the area. And when I took a break for about 3-4 years going to high school, got into medical, like a medical assisting, nursing assisting, things like that. People told me that I was too big to be on stage, so find a career that worked. But I never stopped. I always listened to music, always sang music, always had music going on. To this day, I have music going when I go to sleep at night. Anything. That or Bob Ross. I watch Bob Ross a lot because that voice puts me to sleep.
Yeah, happy little trees.
Yeah, never make mistakes. It's always happy accidents.
That's right.
There's always happy.
That's
right.
right.
It's a great mantra to live by.
Absolutely, because I have a lot of happy accidents all my life.
Well, you are a living. I met you the other day, and I saw how you are. By nature, you are a living, walking legend in our modern day. And I know, but it's not. Don't worry. I'm not trying to feed your ego, but I'm reminding you of the greatness that you have, and acknowledging it, really.
I appreciate
and
that.
thank you. Thank you for sharing, because for the viewers and listeners that you heard, wow.
It's all the greatness in his voice and his life. Big guy.
All my songs, one thing about me and my stipulation for writing music is everything is true and everything is about my life. Now, I have never wrote a fantasy song. I have never wrote anything that's never happened to me personally.
So it's like a journal?
It is. It's like an audio diary of my life. And tragedies and celebrations and just having fun and, you know.
There was one song, I forgot the name of it, and I was reading the lyrics, and it was about the cut and the knives.
I don't have to like you, but I love you.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's about anybody who has that somebody in their life who just gets on their nerves, or they're just so negative, but you love them anyway because they're in your life so deeply. There's always that one person that you go to a family reunion or you go to a cookout, and there's always that one person like, he's here, she's here, and you just put up with them because you're there with family or their family, you know. So I can't go into too much detail with that because that person may be watching today.
Well, you can always, that's what I love about the film Encanto. Did you watch it? And it was about, we don't talk about Bruno because we all have a Bruno in our lives. So let's just leave it at that.
But you don't just do blues. You've done other genre music.
Yeah, blues and southern rock will always be my heart. But I've done Broadway. I've done when I was in middle school, we did the Junior Pavarotti opera, and we did Handel's Messiah, and things like that. I've done anything from pop to rock. The only things I won't do is the hardcore metal stuff. I give them credit for all that stuff that they're doing, but I can't scream, and I won't try. But I give credit to anybody who get on stage and do their passion. It's tough to get out there and put your soul and put your personal life out there and sing in front of people, because, to be honest with you, a lot of people are judgmental, and if you don't take the time and listen to the words or listen to what the artist is relaying, then you're not giving them an accurate time to say, hey man, what was that song about? Or, they just judge. A lot of times artists write songs and they want you to interpret what you think out of it. But sometimes if you don't understand, come ask me. I'll tell you what it's about. I'll tell you what I came from me, and then maybe it'll touch you in your life somehow.
That's an interesting point that you're making, because I've written songs, and it is like a testament of poetry in a sense, and adding melody to it, because a true great song has such depth to it.
Absolutely.
And yes, okay, you know, there could be songs like "I'm Not That Innocent," you know,
Britney Spears. Yep.
and okay, and I'm saying it's something that's very pop. But the way you write and your lyrics have so much depth and so much layers to it, right? And that's something that spoke to us, don't you think?
And
Frank?
really, it's very simple. I've a lot of these songs I've wrote in 10 minutes. They just, you know, and my thing is I keep a digital recorder next to my bed on my nightstand, because at 2 or 3 in the morning when I'm trying to sleep, my mind works so much that I got lyrics coming through my head.
That's a writer's mind. The voices in your head don't stop. It just comes to you any time of the day.
I wake up and grab it and say what I got to say. I'm still asleep, so I have no clue that I'm hitting that button talking. And then the next couple days I'll listen back to them, and it's either, what in the world was I thinking? Or, hey, man, that sounds pretty good. So, but there's fun songs too, like one of my songs, Nobody, that I was in a cover band the first time we lived down here, and it wasn't going the right direction that I wanted to go in. The guy told me something, and then it turned out to be something else. And he looked at me one night and said, you know, you're never going to make it anywhere. So 5 minutes down the road driving home, I already had the song done, and it's called Nobody. And a lot of people call it the middle finger song. It's a nice way to tell somebody that you want to, in a nice way without cussing. It's an innuendo. We played it on the Brooklyn Cafe show last week while spring break was over for the debut of it. Mm-hmm. And I get people, and the bad part is I have kids that, you know, my students at the schools that I've been to listen to my music, and they're on my Spotify, and when I hear them going down the hallway singing that song, I'm like, oh God, you're going to get me in trouble.
So tell us a little bit about that. You do some teaching now.
I'm a paraprofessional. Yeah, I'm enrolled in WGU, which is Western Governors University, going for elementary education to be a teacher. My goal is to be a theater arts and drama teacher for like a middle school.
Wow.
That way I can give back on one of my other passions is being an actor and being on Broadway and being in plays and things like that. Plus, it deals with music, so we can do musicals. But for right now, I'll teach any grade at this point. And I got a job as a paraprofessional at Calusa Elementary School, which is right down the road from here, working with autistic children and children with special needs and things like that. So very rewarding career. The kids are awesome. You know, it's just,
and they like your music.
And they love my music. They watched me last night. I have a new project. It's called the Rumble Tones. It's a rockabilly band down here. And we got together and went live on Facebook last night, and 3 of my kids were watching it, and they watched it again today when we got here. So I got to school today.
How have you found music helping students that are challenged that way?
It's all about, I found that autism and things like that, the student reacts to sounds or lights or something for that nature.
Frequency. They're
frequency.
So, yeah.
So just listening to, I have a student who is so smart, and he can tell me, oh, that was C minor. Oh, that was D major. Oh, that was, I'm like, okay. All right, you're a 4th grader. Oh, that's cool. So, I mean, I can't even read music to that fact, you know, that quickly.
Wow.
But, I mean, it's just, they love it. I mean, it's something different other than handing them a ditto sheet and say, do this work, because they don't like that. They want something engaging and something energetic and something that keeps their mind working like me. So.
Wow.
It's really fascinating what you do, and so you touch on so many different areas and so many different levels, and it's everything from like working with like some of the top musicians to these kids who are limited in their, I guess,
Right.
Compared to what society is based on. So tell me how is that? What speaks to you most?
Oh wow, the biggest thing for me is I can't be sitting still in one spot for too long. It drives me absolutely crazy to sit on the couch at home and relax. I can't relax. I have to be doing something productive at all times until I get too tired where I pass out.
That is, I find that with all artists. The true artist is like that.
And my wife is, I drive my wife crazy because if she had her way, she'd be taking naps all the time and just relaxing all the time. And it drives me absolutely crazy. I want to be performing, or I want to be writing music, or I want to be going to the casino, which is one of my guilty pleasures. And then, just getting out there and going to shows, going to karaoke, going to see other bands play or something.
Or coming to AM2 TV.
That's right,
yeah.
coming on the Brooklyn Cafe.
Coming on the Artist Loft.
Yeah, it comes to the Artist Loft.
Artist Loft. And I've
always
known Frank since I've been here, and, we've touched base a few times.
Yeah.
And,
A good man.
Another of my guilty pleasures is riding motorcycles. So...
Really?
And he's got a nice one out in the parking lot.
I've got my Road Glide out in the parking lot, and my wife has a Road Glide trike that I take to school every morning.
Do you do any other mediums aside from music?
I do have 2 paranormal teams. I'm actually I'm a spirit medium, so I have 2 teams, one in Maryland, one in Tennessee. It's called the Appalachian Guys, called TAG.
Wow, we got to talk about that.
And
Well,
then, yeah, that's where me and oh my God, I'm having a brain fart.
That's okay, because we're
Spirit
going to have a
medium,
commercial break.
Sally.
Oh, yeah, you and
Me and
Sally.
Sally get along great, and
Yeah.
we talk all the time about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So you do. More with the great CC Clevenger and all the things that he gets involved with right after a message from our sponsors.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
What's up, everybody? This is Agent Romante, but most of you know me as Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de Rosa Ramirez from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I just wanted to give a shout out to my man Richard Sosa. He is one of the best acting coaches that I've had the pleasure to work with, and he's actually worked with me in my program for many years, and I highly recommend this guy. So if you have an opportunity to work with him, what are you waiting for? Now, get out of my face. Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de Rosa Ramirez. I am out.
Lofties, we're back, and we're going to have more with CC, Triple C. Tell us a little bit more about this paranormal stuff.
All right, so I've been doing this paranormal thing for about 20 years. It started out when I joined another paranormal group in Virginia called Black Diamond, and I was helping them out and being around the different people who was in the business. Like there was some Wiccans, and there, she was a witch, and she dealt with sand and crystals and things like that. And then just regular empaths. An empath is a person who's like a battery for the spirit world and feeds the spirit the energy it needs to manifest. And being around these people, and I knew from a long time ago, around when I was 21 or 20, I went into a diabetic coma with a sugar of 1,463.
Whoa.
And I was in a coma for 2 weeks, and I had the bright light, I had the tunnel, I was walking towards the light, and I heard a voice say, "Turn back and head towards the music, and I'm giving you a gift." So when I woke up, I was laying on 15 bags of ice because my body was overheated so bad. My cover CD that I made when I was 16 was playing in a radio next to my head. And I had 4 people in a room. My doctor spent the night with me for 5 days at the time. And I loved this doctor. Her name was Dr. Shu from Japan. 4 people in the room, but there was 8 people because there was 8 entities. There was 8 entities behind these people standing in the room with me.
Do you know who those beings were?
They told me that they were just patients that passed away in the hospital and that were trapped. And
They were
so
trapped.
the gift I was given was I can see spirits, I can talk to them, I can help them move on. And
Do you still do? Today?
I haven't did it in a few months, but when my wife was married before her husband passed away with a bad heart, and she had his ashes in Kingsport, Tennessee. And when I first met her, she invited me over to dinner. She was going to cook me dinner at her house, and his ashes were up on the mantle. And when I sat down and she was in the kitchen, the door slammed shut, and then and opened up by itself. And I'm like, okay, Steve, you can close the door because she's mine now. The door slowly closed and the door locked.
No.
She came out and I'm like, well, Steve doesn't like me here. She goes, how do you know that name? I've never told you about that. I'm like, I'm just telling you that Steve, that his up in the mantle up there, doesn't want me here. I'm guessing that's your former husband.
She never told you his name?
No, we never talked about it. This was like the third or fourth time we got together.
Oh, you weren't even married yet?
No, we were just dating.
Wow. And that's how she knew you were the one.
Oh, yeah.
Steve confirmed it, so thank you, Steve.
Steve's mom, Flo, that's in Indiana, said that I looked and I was just like her son, and she treats me like her son still today. And I love her to death, and she gave, my wife the blessing that, oh, yeah, he's just like my son, go ahead.
So this has been a very spiritual experience for you.
Oh, I knew that there was something else when I woke up out of that coma. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect to get out of it because the doctors are like, you're going to be completely blind. You're never going to be able to walk again. You'll never perform on stage again. And here I am today, and
that's when you got the gift.
Yeah.
I think you're a natural rebel, though, by nature.
Have you been on Sally Barnard's show? It's on Mondays. Have you been on her show?
Sally? No, I've never been on a Sally's.
You need to be on her show.
Yeah, you were here all week and you didn't go to Sally's.
I know, yeah, of course it's rough because you're working, so
yeah,
it's hers
Sally
in
and
the
I keep in
afternoon.
contact on the phone all the time.
She's amazing.
And she's the one who confirmed that I needed to move back down to Florida because we actually talked about moving out west to Vegas because I performed out in Vegas and opened up for Rod Stewart out there.
How was that?
That was phenomenal.
Rod
That
Stewart.
man can still rock and roll at
Yeah.
his age. He puts on one heck of a show.
My father was a big fan of his,
and just the singer
Yeah.
got sick for the opening party, and does anybody know how to sing in this crowd?
no way.
I thought I might be able to. I don't know yet.
Wow.
Wow.
We were out there spending money, and I was like, hey. So.
Yeah, somebody that was watching on TV, he was saying that what changed his life was synchronicity, and that's something that's like things have fallen into
So what
place.
was Rod Stewart's reaction to you singing?
He didn't get to hear me.
He didn't get to hear you.
This was the opening
Oh,
part. Yeah,
Lordy.
this was the opening party out in the parking lot area,
Oh.
and he was back in there. But I got a message from the manager saying that he appreciates it. He watched a little bit of it, and he says you got an amazing voice.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, he does. I mean,
does.
yeah.
That was gratification. That's all I needed. I don't care if I got paid. Any time that I can get in front of a crowd, and it's so dumb that I hosted the morning show with Freddie one day, and my wife and I were at McDonald's here on Boynton Beach, and I sing everywhere. I embarrass her so bad. I sing everywhere. I'm standing in line waiting for my food at McDonald's, and I'm doing Marvin Gaye because it was on the radio, and she films it, and I come in to host the morning show, and then she sends him the clip, and he plays it on the morning show.
What were you singing? In
Let's Get It
McDonald's?
On by Marvin Gaye.
You were singing that.
Yeah, I was standing in
See, I
line
could be
doing
like
all
Sally,
the hand
too.
movements, and just. Hey, it was Marvin Gaye, man, Motown,
So,
Yeah.
before you close our show with another one of your fabulous songs, where can they
Already?
see you? Yeah, already. Where can your fans see you?
Yes.
Well, we have the Rumble Tones is that rockabilly band I'm in. We had our first practice, and we went live on Facebook. I'm trying to get Freddie and I is putting some shows together for down here for theaters. I do perform with my friend Jimmy Pyro every once in a while, the Jimmy Pyro band. He lets me sit in, but we're just putting some stuff together. I just had to get a band put together. So until then, you can see me on the Brooklyn Cafe show every once in a while. And hopefully the Artist Loft and Sally's show.
Please.
Yeah, so
And
definitely.
we want to see you, please.
Yes.
We request your presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we want to meet your wife, too.
Oh, well, and I'll bring the demon dog.
No.
Oh,
don't say
she's not
that.
really a demon
I
to
know,
me.
but what's
She's the
her
demon.
name? What's her name?
Joy.
Oh, come on.
She just doesn't like my wife. That's all.
Okay, Lofty friends, we're going to be closing our show. CC is going to do another song for us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hopefully I'll see you, but I hope not in a way, but I hope so. I really want to see you guys.
your cowboy hat on.
Oh, all right. Hold on. This way or this way? This way?
There you go.
You got it.
Right.
This is the first thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I used to spend my nights out in barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places, y'all. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love that get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Oh, take it, boy. Whoa, yeah. Oh, baby. Come on, baby. You're so smooth. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, as Tennessee whiskey, That's Tennessee whiskey. One more time, y'all. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. As Tennessee whiskey. As Tennessee whiskey. Thank y'all. God bless.
Thank you for watching The Artist Loft. Make sure to tune in next time for another great show. A show that was produced by Amp Media Productions and hosted by the Florida Arts Network with your hosts, Richard Sosa and